Hello there gorgeous gamers, and welcome back to Pure Play TV for another video review, and this time we're back amongst the biters in Bridge Constructor, The Walking Dead, which is out now for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PC and smartphones. The version tested was the PS4 version of the game running on PS4 Pro, and a review code was provided by the publisher. Bridge Constructor and The Walking Dead is not the pairing I would have imagined, but it's surprisingly good, so long as you forget about The Walking Dead, its world, and its characters. The gameplay is your typical Bridge Constructor affair, but with the twist that you're now helping survivors get from A to B, and there are a few walkers dotted through the levels. Before we carry on with this review, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and don't forget the bell icon too, so that you're the first to know when we've got new stuff. Cheers my dears! I've been playing Bridge Constructor games for years now, and mostly on my phone, and mostly for free. Bridge Constructor The Walking Dead is familiar but different in that the game takes place in The Walking Dead's world. It even has a few characters from the TV show turn up, but unfortunately they are not well used. The questions I found myself asking as I played through the ever increasingly difficult levels was, who is this game for? I've settled on the conclusion that it's not for fans of The Walking Dead, but instead it's for fans of previous Bridge Constructor games. There is a story being told via static cutscenes with awfully written character dialogue, but I didn't care for it one single bit. The lack of voice acting essentially ruined the dialogue, as much of what comes out of Eugene's mouth is only really funny when it's really coming out of his mouth. Words on a screen will never be able to replace the awkward charisma of my favourite mullet-wearing nerd. Likewise, Daryl's interactions are watered down, and even if Norman Reedus was to get behind the mic, he would just sound like Norman Reedus, not Daryl Dixon, badass walker killer, tracker and hero. So if you're hoping that Bridge Constructor will tell a worthy tale of the TV show, you will be disappointed. But if you're here just for the brain-teasing gameplay, you'll be happy. It's an evolution over previous games with some new additions too. You start off with simple constructions, and then you're guided on to moving the characters around and getting them to perform actions. It's a nice addition and it adds an extra layer, but it's a bit fiddly, and honestly, I could have done without the character actions at all. Or at least had them a little more simplified. They are fairly simple, mind you, but lining up the actions and using the D-pad often meant that I would be switching between characters when I didn't want to. It's annoying, but workable. The core gameplay is in building elaborate bridges and traps, and here is where the game does its business. If you've played a Bridge Constructor game before, you know what you're getting into. Hours and hours of trial and error, muffled screaming into a cushion, before the final step, jumping up with joy in your living room as you finally manage to keep your rickety bridge together long enough to get your people across. It's simple but very effective brain food that feeds the happy place in your brain. Still, I'm not convinced that this team up between Bridge Constructor and The Walking Dead is the right move for either series, and I'm really hoping it's a one and done deal, because honestly, aside from Season 9, how often did you actually see anybody building a bridge in The Walking Dead? It's silly and it doesn't really keep in line with the show or the comics or the other games, but if you can suspend your disbelief for a few hours and tune out the awfully cheap cutscenes, you're left with a very good puzzler. And that's the end of this review. If you're looking for some decent Walking Dead games and some awful impressions of Rick Grimes, check out the review links down below. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please do hit the like and subscribe buttons, and maybe leave a comment, and give that bell icon a tap so that you're notified when we've got new stuff for you to watch. I've been Chris, you've been Aces, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye!